Talk about Rick just brought up a name that has been pretty controversial, especially with link to your name, Vince Russo. Kind of set the record straight on Bash at the Beach 2000 once and for all. What exactly went down there?
Oh my God, I had I had a contract renegotiated at the beginning of the year, and Eric and I had planning on I guess it was Starrcade the last match of the year. I think
that's right.
We were planning on Rick and I having that final match at Starrcade, and we just didn't like the finish. I didn't know what the finish was. I had creative control and I never used it, and all of a sudden Johnny Ace wanted to come over to my house. Eric was asking me about this guy in Japan, Animal's brother. Well, I thought him. I said, well, he's been working with Baba's group for a long time, and he knows the business real well. I know he's been in the office. I don't know if he's wrestling anymore, but if you need help, he'd be a good guy to help you. So Johnny came in, and little did I know, a few years later, I got Johnny coming over to my house, pitching this finish for Bash at the Beach. And I said, well, which one do you like, Johnny? Well, he goes, well, personally, I like you dropping the leg at Beach. And I explained to Johnny what we were going for December, and he gave me two other finishes. One of them was when Steiner ran down and interfered, and thing got DQ'd and thrown out. And then there was another one without Steiner, and I didn't agree to any of them. And I guess Russo kind of went into business for himself, and Johnny Ace told me Russo wasn't real happy about wanting to beat Jeff and then move on to fair at Starrcade or whatever that last pay-per-view was. And, I just went ahead and sent a letter, I don't know if it was a fax, what we sent on that Friday to the WCW offices that I was going to call the finish and exercise my creative control, and thank you for the suggestions. And, Russo just went out and told Jarrett to lay down. And I asked Jeff not to get up. I said, but don't do this. Let's have a match. Let's do the right finish. And Jeff wouldn't get up. Basically, that was it. I walked out of the building. Russo went out and still staying in the business for himself, shot his angle with his promo, and the rest is history. I would have been able to renegotiate my contract. That's how I worked with Richard. Probably added a couple more years on there, but I ended up in court with Russo and WCW and ended up settling with them.
Well, I didn't know that. What the hell? Where was I?
You were in the desert.
I must have been. I must have been wrestling Conan or something. I know. I vaguely remember all this. Now, obviously, I've heard the story, but was that in Daytona? They were doing that, or in California?
It was Daytona.
Daytona. That's okay. That's what I thought. I don't think I was on that card. That probably might not have been. Maybe that's when I had my rotator cuff surgery.
The thing is, Eric Bischoff has the details of the story because he was in the office, and he had to deal with the letter that I sent, and then he had to deal with that chain of command. I don't know if it was Harvey Schiller or I can't remember who was in there, but when all this stuff went down with Russo, I know he had like an all-day Friday session with what we were supposed to do and what we had to do, and there was a bunch of internal stuff that was going on. Russo wanted one thing, I wanted something else, and it just, instead of, legally I had the right to call the finish, do what needed to be done.